What is up, y'all boys? It is Ride with G coming at y'all with another video with the Sunset Metallic M340. Today I want to go over a topic that I am always asked, and that is, what do I need to know before I get an M340? People ask me this all the time. People ask me all the time in comments and DMs, how many miles should I get my M340 with? How many this? What should I look out for? This, that, and the other. So today I wanted to make a little list going over the common issues and things you should know before you get into an M340 like this one right here. Before I start though, I thought I'd give a little walk around for the new people. I do this like every single time because, you know, some people are new. Like, we're up over 100 subscribers since the last video. But this is my 2020 Sunset Metallic M340, stage 2 downpipe tune 93 OTS map, nothing crazy. We got the front end, the grill, the lip. We got super wheels. I'm lowered on H&R springs. Let y'all see the rear. We got the GTS tails, little diffuser, exhaust tips, spoiler. Pretty simple OEM plus build. I've had the car about a year and a half. It's been great to me so far. As I said, today I just want to come at y'all with a little list of things. If you want to get one of these cars, what should you look out for? Look how pretty this car is though. Like, this should be enough. Go buy one, bro. But I'm gonna start off on my list. So number one is gonna be tunability. This is probably what most of y'all want to know. You see M340s tearing up the internet on TikTok, YouTube, downpipe and tune, just smacking shit. And y'all are intrigued. Y'all want to know, how can I do it? What one do I need to get? What mods? What tuning? Blah blah blah. So as I said, this is a 2020 model. So this model year, it's pre-2021, so it can just be bench unlocked and tuned. And basically what that means is the car can basically just be plugged into, flash unlocked, and then tuned. If you own a 2021 plus, you have to get what's called a femto unlock, and that basically means you have to send your ECU overseas to, I think it's Finland or Sweden, somewhere in Europe, and you have to pay a pretty penny. I'm pretty sure it's around $2 grand or more to get your car unlocked. And then from there, you still have to get your tuning software, your MHD, your boot mod, EcuTech, what have it. And then still you have to pay for the licensing, the tune, you have to pay your tuner, you have to pay for if you need a flex fuel kit, all kind of things. But basically 2020s are objectively, in my opinion, y'all LCI boys, people are gonna fight me in the comments, 2020s have the least restrictions when it comes to tuning and things like that. 2020s also do the pops and burbles, which some people like, some people don't. But yeah, this was the last year of the 340 where pops and burbles exist. The 21 pluses have mild hybrid systems, and they're just as fast. They can be tuned to be just as fast, but you will not have the pops and burbles. And another thing I want to mention, if you have a 2020, don't think it can automatically be tuned. You have to go in here and you have to look at your build date. Right here, my car is a, let's see, focus, 5/19, it was produced. If your car is pre-620, it can be tuned. If your car is a 2020 and it is past 620 build date, it still cannot be tuned. I haven't heard of this, because most 2020s were built in 2019, so a lot of people don't run into this. But by the chance you get the car that's a 720 2020 car, that sucks, but that car is going to have a 21 ECU, and it's not going to be able to be bench unlocked and tuned. It's going to need a femto unlock. And this is not to discourage any of the 21 plus boys. Femto unlock cars are just as great, just as fast. I'm not discouraging anyone, don't buy 21 plus, because they can be just as fast. You just have to pay more money, go through a little bit of more hassle to do it. So that's going to be my first point about tunability, build date, and things like that. Another question I get asked so much about my M340, or in my comments or my DMs, is how many miles should you buy an M340 with? And this is actually, this may be controversial to some people, but I don't think it should be at this point that the B58's been out damn near 10 years, it does not matter. This wind is brutal, so I'm trying to fucking block it with my car. But these cars it does not matter how many miles is on them. Obviously, more mileage, more wear and tear on components and things like that. But as far as engine and transmission goes, the first gen 340 guys are well over 150k miles with no issues, 200k miles, no issues. And I've met plenty of M340 guys that are at 100k plus miles with no issues. These things are solid. Will you have a random issue with a component come up, whether it be suspension, whether it be a tie rod, whether it be a random sensor? Maybe. But engine, transmission, you should not worry about. As long as you look at a Carfax and it's had oil changes every 5,000 miles, it had consistent services, I would pull the trigger. If the car's 50, 60, 70,000 miles and you think that's high mileage, I promise you it's not. If the car's been taken care of, these cars will last well over 100k. But yeah, I think that's about it. Don't be scared about mileage on these cars. As long as it's been well maintained, it has service records, pull the trigger, man. All right, number 3 is going to be the oil pump. So this is going to apply most all to 2020s, maybe very early 21 models. It's known on the 2020s that they have plastic oil pump housings. And what that means is this car doesn't have a dipstick. It checks its oil through an electronic sensor in the oil pan, or I don't know exactly the science behind it, but you check it in your car. It reads, and then it gives you a level. When I first got my car, my oil would read, it would say measuring, and then it would go to 1 to about 16 or 20%, and then it would back out and it would fail and it would say oil level is fine. And I was like, what the fuck? So I started Googling it, and I was seeing people running into the same issue, and it happened to be the oil pump. So I dropped my car off to BMW, and they confirmed that it was the oil pump. Luckily, this was before the car was tuned or modified at all, so they just replaced it. No hassle at all. But I've heard it's around a $3,000 or $4,000 job out of pocket. So that is not something I would want to do. So, but as I said, this is for 2020s. Let me hop in and show you what it should look like. All right, we're in the M340 now. I'm going to do an oil measurement. And it's going to read, as you see, reading. And as you can see, it's a full measurement. The car is good on oil, and you can see if you go to check out a 2020 and you go to check the oil and it backs out of the screen at like 16 or 20% or whatever, and it doesn't go through, you have a faulty oil pump, and you need to get it addressed by whoever's selling the car before you buy it. If you're buying a car of this caliber and this much money, you want to be able to check your oil to see if you have oil in your car, obviously. But yeah, another thing to mention, I'm running out of daylight. Another thing to mention is I've heard the ZTK cars, which is the track and handling pack. I don't know what ZTK stands for. I'll insert it. ZTK package cars basically have the bigger brakes, and they also, I've heard, have beefier oil pumps. So if you got a 2020 that has a ZTK package, a lot of the guys I know haven't had issues with the oil pump. So yeah, that's something to note as well. All right, on to my next thing, and I think one of my last things is going to be insurance. So a lot of people that watch my channel are 18 to 24 or 25 to 30, and if you're young, insuring this fucking car is expensive as hell. I personally pay around $300 a month for insurance, and that's crazy. I've tried to negotiate and shop around, and I have pretty good credit. But that's literally the lowest. It was like $268 or $271, and they went up on me for no reason, and it might go up, keep going up. And I think the reason is because so many insurance companies are getting hip to 340s and M340s or anything with a B58. People are driving them crazy. They are wrecking them. Shout out to New York, I feel like is 90% of the problem. Nah, I don't want to single y'all out, but I be seeing the New York boys cutting up, and I feel like y'all are driving the race up. I'm gonna be honest. All jokes, of course. But yeah, insurance companies are getting hip to 340s or M340s. They know how people are driving them. They know people are tuning them. They know people are cutting up in them. So the insurance rates are getting, it seems, higher and higher by the year. As I said, I've owned this car a year and a half, and my insurance have steadily went up, and I haven't got any tickets. I got one ticket, but I fought it, and it was off my record. So Yeah, insurance is crazy. Don't think, well, I'm getting an M340, I'm not getting an M3, so my insurance shouldn't be that crazy. You know, it's not really, you know, it's not an M car. It will be crazy. I know dudes paying 500, 600, 700, 800 a month for insurance. It is absolutely insane, but pay to play, I guess, is what it is. Look at this car, man. It's about to get dark. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to add to this video. Another issue I can think of is leaky diff. This mostly applies to 20s and 2021s as well. There was an updated cover for it, but I did have a leaky diff. I ended up just draining mine and refilling it, and it hasn't really leaked since. But yeah, that's another issue, mostly to 20s and 21s. But they made an updated cover. You can get it. Yeah, but this issue won't apply to you if you're getting a 22, 23, 24. Most all these issues, as far as oil pump, diff leaking, have been addressed by this point by BMW, and all the new cars don't deal with it. But I think that's about all I got. I just wanted to give y'all a few precautionary things. If you are going to buy an M340, a beautiful car like this, you shouldn't be worried about a lot. These are very solid, reliable cars, but these are just running down a few things that you should know and be prepared for if you go to buy one of these. But yeah, that's about all I got. I guess I'm gonna sign out. I appreciate y'all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.